If there's one car in the history of British motoring that's looked upon as a joke, it's the Reliant three-wheeler. But one of the things that always interested me is what happens to all those old Reliants when they're finished with them on the road. Well, now I'll tell you. They take the engines out and they stick them in these and they race them. And do they have fun or what? Right, Anthony, how did you get involved with the Rebels?
Well, I've been sort of following sort of Briscoe Formula Ones and that for the last sort of 20 odd years.
Now Rebels are getting more and more popular. Is it making more and more difficult for you as an established driver with all these new guys coming in?
This year, this is the first season actually we've done it on actual grades and that, from gridded grades. And as you said, there's a lot more drivers in that, and because we're at the back, it's getting very hard, especially when there's 30 odd cars on track. It's with the same sort of powered cars and that, you know, it's hard work now.
Right, Anthony, if you can explain to us something about your lovely little car.
Well, it's based on a Ford Pop. It's a 5/8 scale racing car. It's got 850 Robin Reliant engine in it. The back axle and all the gearbox and all that, it's all mainly from a Robin Reliant three-wheeler. They just put it all into a little roll cage car, like with bumpers and outriggers and that. And you just go out there and hit each other with them, like, you know, just to race like.
One of the other things that's unique about Rebels is the fact that they're administered by basically two people who provide everything from the fuel at race meeting to the spares. Is that one of the attractions of why you got into the sport, that it's so strictly controlled? Hans, who
does run the sport, he actually puts like a print on it that you can't touch the engine, so every driver who's out there is on the identical power, providing the engines up to scratch, like, and so it stops people from coming into the sport. To the ones with the money, like, can't come into the sport and take over, but winning everything, you just do it on your skill, basically. I've even had times that they've taken the fuel out, because you're not allowed to put your own fuel in, because they say to you, like, you know, when they come to me, if you've got a full tank, they have got the right to drain the fuel tank, in case people might be putting additives or things like that in them.
And the controls in them are fairly basic as well, from what we can see. Got a red plate on the top of your car, and you've got some flashing lights, which denotes you are one of the top men, so he's obviously keeping an eye on you.
yeah, I mean, this year's gone well. I mean, I've had a few wins, I've won a few track championships this year already, and hoping to win one today, but yeah, it's going very well at the moment, yeah.
Well, we'll let you get ready for the one today, and we'll come and have a chat with you later on, so thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot, thank you.
Well, this is the race we've been focusing on with Anthony today. Anthony's right down there on pole position, so let's see how he gets on. This will be Rebel racing at its very best. It looked very difficult. I thought you had it up in the bag, but you got knocked back to third at one point.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's as quick as each other, and as I said, I just couldn't get on the back of them. I thought, well, if I sit in third, I'd be quite happy with that. And then Greg Jenkins went at number 7. He spun. I thought, oh, at least I got a second. And on the last lap, I mean, I couldn't even try. I tried to hit him on the last bend, the last lap. I just couldn't get on him. I thought, well, if I keep it tight, you never know. And he drifted a little bit wide, and I managed to get the inside and sneak it on the line. Like, it was quite good.
Usually when we close these pieces about different formula, we try and be a bit objective, but in this case it's very difficult. I love the Rebels. Fantastic formula, fantastic people, and you can't say fairer than that.